Hello people, my name Morientes Colose. My name 321-312-1011. My class regular C 2021. Dosen pengampu M. Najwa SPD MPD. Mata kuliah Bahasa Inggris Sejarah. Di sini saya akan menjelaskan CBR buku Homo Deus, Masa Depan Umat Manusia, penulis Yuval Noah Harari. Konten: Yuval Noah Harari, the New York Times best-selling author best known for his international phenomenal book *Sapiens*, is back with an equal original, engaging, and provocative book. He shifts the focus of his discussion from the origin of Homo sapiens to the future of mankind and the human endeavor to transform himself in a god. Humans have succeeded in doing the impossible and controlling the mind, plague, and war. This might seem hard to achieve, but as Harari explained in his signature style, true yet mesmerizing, famine, plague, and war have turned from incomprehensible and uncontrollable force of nature in manageable challenge. For the first time, more people died from eating too much than from eating too little. More people die from old age than from infectious disease, and more people commit suicide than are killed by soldiers, terrorists, and criminals, or a combination of the three. Who is Yuval Noah Harari? Siapakah itu Yuval Noah Harari? Yuval Noah Harari adalah sejarawan dan penulis asal Israel. Dia juga seorang profesor di Departemen Sejarah di Hebrew University. The New Human Agenda. Part 1. Homo sapiens conquer the world. Part 2. Homo sapiens give meaning to the world. Part 3. Homo sapiens lost control. The first part of this book examines the relationship between sapiens and other animals in attempt to understand the distinctions of humans over other species. The second part of Homo Deus examines the world Homo sapiens created in the last millennium and what has brought us to our present crossroad. How did Homo sapiens come to believe that the universe revolves around humans, that humans are the source of all meaning and authority? What are the economic, social, and political implications of this phenomena? How does it shape our daily life and our artistic taste as well as our most secret desire? The third part of this book look back at what will happen in the early 21st century, based on a much deeper understanding of humankind and human belief. The will describe our current state and future possibility. How has the quest for immortality, happiness, and divinity shaken the foundation of our belief in humanity? What are the signs if humanity is going to disappear from the belief of mankind? What might happen? For me, the cover design of this book is very interesting, simple but look cool. The dominance of black with the addition of white and red. This seems to fit well with the author discussion in this book, which holds the horror of human future. Bagi saya, desain covernya itu bagus, keren, dan sederhana. Didominasi dengan hitam dan putih tambah merah. Itu membuat kesannya makin horor. The three main sections of the book are separated by a special page that read Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. Under the writing of Earth Part, there are several questions that represent the core discussion in the chapter. Opinion. Just like his first book, Sapien: The Brief History of Humankind, Harari also has flexible ability to open the topic of Homo Deus. His narration that with the direction of our talk often end with a question sentence to provoke more curiosity and deep focus. Narasinya itu fleksibel dan kadang lucu. Analoginya juga cerdas. Contohnya, what we call sensation and emotion are in fact algorithms. The baboon feel hunger, he feel fear and trembling at the sight of the lion, and he feel his mouth watering at the sight of the banana. Within a split second, he experience of a storm of sensation, emotion, and desire, which nothing but the process of calculation. The result will appear as a feeling. The baboon will suddenly feel his spirit rising, his hair standing on end, his muscle tensing, his chest expanding, and he will inhale a big breath and forward, I can do it, to the banana. Alternative, he may be overcome by fear, his shoulder will drop, his stomach will turn, his leg will give way, and mama, a lion, help. Sometimes the probability much so evenly that it is hard to decide. This too will manifest itself as a feeling. The baboon will feel confused and indecisive. Yes, no, damn. I don't know what to do. Selain fakta-fakta ilmiah, Yuval Noah Harari juga mengaitkan pemaparannya yang sukar dibantah atau sulit dibantah dengan berbagai sudut pandang sebuah paham atau religi. Salah satunya seperti di bawah ini. The Buddhist view of happiness has a lot in common with the biochemical view. Both agree that pleasant sensation disappear as fast as they rise, and that as long as people crave this sensation without actually experiencing them, they remain dissatisfied. However, this problem has two very different solutions. The biochemical solution is to develop product and treatment that will provide humans with an unending stream of pleasure sensation, so we will never be with them. The Buddha suggestion was to reduce our craving for pleasant sensation and not allow them to control our life. According to Buddha, we can train our mind to observe carefully how our sensations constantly arise and pass. When the mind learns to see our sensation, Homo Deus jelas dimaksudkan bukan sebagai buku yang berisi ramalan masa depan, tapi lebih menyerupai gambaran kemungkinan yang akan terjadi di masa depan. Hal ini cukup jelas disampaikan oleh Harari dalam bukunya. We don't know where this path might lead us, nor what our God like this will look like. Foretelling the future was never easy, and revolutionary big technology make it even harder. For us, difficult as it is to predict the impact of new technology in fields like transportation, communication, and energy, technology for upgrading human pose a complete different kind of challenge, since they can be asked to transform human mind and desire. People possessing present day mind and desire by definition can fathom their implication. Enter a subtitle here if you need it. Apa yang disampaikan Harari menyadarkan kita akan kemungkinan masa depan umat manusia. Hal-hal yang tak masuk akal perlahan terasa mungkin untuk jadi kenyataan. Predicting that humankind will try to gain immortality, bliss, and divinity is much like predict that people building a house will went alone in their front yard. It sounds very likely, but when you say it out loud, you can begin to think about alternative. 3 hal penting yang dibahas Harari dalam Homo Deus adalah humanis, kekuatan data, dan manusia super. To understand all this, we need to go back and investigate who Homo sapiens really is, how humanists become the dominant world religion, and why attempt to fulfill the humanist dream is likely to cause its disintegration. This is the basic plan of the book. Di tiap akhir bab selalu ada paragraf yang menyimpulkan sedikit tentang topik yang baru dibahas. Di bab bersangkutan ditambah informasi topik apa yang akan dibahas di bab selanjutnya. Contohnya di bawah ini. Linking can and humanist may well crumble and give way to a very different kind of deal between can and some new post-humanist religion. We will dedicate the next two chapters to understanding the modern covenant but between can and humanist. The third and final part of the book will then explain why this covenant is disintegrating and what new deal might replace it. Bagian terbaik lainnya dari buku ini adalah isinya yang selalu mengajak kita berpikir dan merenung tentang berbagai hal penting dalam sejarah dan masa depan umat manusia. We don't need any God to limit our power and give us meaning. The free choice of customer and further supply us with all the meaning we require. With what then will happen on we realize the customer and further never make free choice, and on we have the technology to calculate, design, or outsmart their feeling. If the whole universe is back to the human experience, what will happen once the human experience become just another discernible product, no different in essence from any other item in the supermarket? For me, Yuval Noah Harari second book is a good as his first book, Seven. Harari writing style with a smart, lively, simple humor and able to provoke reader is his main capital, and attracting so many reader that then core ideas his content in Homo Deus can be achieved by many people. Lot of prize given by reviewer both on Amazon and Goodreads for this book. Although almost half of the chapters in the book are actual a kind of repetition of Sapiens book, Homo Deus still doesn't lose its essence because the focus of the discussion is different from the first book. Sapiens discuss the history of mankind. Homo Deus discuss prediction for the future of mankind, but be careful for those who don't know this, they might feel disappointed because of it. Whether or not our future humanity will be as predicted by Harari it doesn't matter, because as the author said, it is precisely this current action that is most important for all of us, so that humanity in the future does not suffer destruction. What do we have to do mean? Professor Yuval Noah Harari at Homo Deus also gives an overview of the solution. Friend, you can read later. Thank you everyone.